Now, another question that people ask a lot is, how many properties should I have in one land trust? That's easy. One. The real question is, how many land trusts can be in one LLC? Because again, if one goes bad, it all goes bad. Let's say you've got 10 properties in one trust. You call it the 10 properties of Georgia Trust, and you put them all in there. But there was, and I always use the slip and fall thing because that's the most common thing. But somebody slips and fall at the first one, they're going to want to sue. And then when they go to the attorney's going to say, well, okay, well, this trust has 10 properties in it. They've got some equity. Let's go. This is an investor. Let's go make it happen. They know, depending on how long you've had the property, you've got at least 20% equity in it. Yeah, you could have as much as 50% equity in it. And forcing a sale is how they get paid. Unfortunately, that's how it works, but they're going to see that. So if there are 10 trusts or 10 properties in one trust, they're going to see that. Now, if you take one trust and you make an LLC the beneficiary of 10 trusts, right? 10 individual trusts, each one has one property in it. And then the trustee or the beneficiary, or the LLC is the beneficiary, of all 10. Could the LLC be, or not the beneficiary, but the trustee of all 10? Could they be sued? Yeah, but once they see this document, they're like, okay, well, they don't got anything to pay. They owe $10. They get $10. There's nothing we can get out of them, right? But I limit it. I limit to, X number of dollars. Depends on where you're buying. So like here, right now we're at $1.5 million per LLC, right? If I'm buying in California, it's going to be another number, but we get umbrella policies to cover everything inside there. All right, does that make sense? So we will have one LLC that manages assets from other trusts up to $1.5 million. For the kind of things that we buy here in Georgia, that's 5 or 6 houses. For the kind of things that we might get in Texas, kind of the same. It could be less, it just depends, right? Depends if we're getting $500,000, $400,000, or $500,000 houses, obviously, that's gonna be a little bit different. And we wanna make sure that we're covered. And then we just start another LLC for another $1.5 million and another LLC for another $1.5 million. And you might say to yourself, well, Miles, that doesn't make any sense. Why? You gotta do accounting on these things every year, and you gotta pay taxes on these things and do taxes on it. Yeah, you're right. But guess what? I don't do it. I pay somebody to do it that does that. And then we just keep the books. Well, more importantly, they keep the books. They tell us what kind of software we need, and we align, and they can keep, monthly and quarterly records. We don't have to do that. We don't have to pay attention to that. We get a breakdown of what we're spending our money on a monthly or quarterly basis, depending on what we want to do. But that's up to how you choose to do these things, right? And again, land trusts are legal in all 50 states. There's no place that says you can't do this. No place. I'm giving you everything you need to find success as a real estate investor. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and like this video. See you later.